probably if they have a burning question that would like to be tackled later on. Yeah. And please keep it short, 1 minute. Thank you. One more person, just unmute yourself and go on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, can you? Okay, thank you. I'm Mark at work. I'm a student at Quea, Catholic University of Eastern Africa. I'm pursuing Master of Arts in Project Planning and Management. I'm currently working on my research, and hopefully I will graduate this year in October. And then from there now, I'll go to the labor market and find where now I can use my knowledge and skill. And when I came across this advert for this webinar, I was so much excited that this is a great opportunity so that we can interact and learn from each other. So I look forward to a positive conversation, and then from there we can proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark, and congratulations for coming this far. If you're graduating in November, we really want to wish you the very best. And right now, you're in the right place. We hope that you'll be able to get quite a few strategies that will be able to help you now when it comes to searching. Now, when you enter the job market. So yeah, thank you so much. Now we want to officially begin. I feel like I should just put on my camera for 1 minute so that you people can know who is speaking. I hope I am seen. Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Eileen Omil. I am the communications manager at WAMP, and I am very, very excited to be here for this session. And I'd just like to appreciate each and every one of us for creating this time to be here. We really, really hope that it's going to be impactful. So I really don't want to talk much. I usually say I'm a lady of very few words. Let's go straight to the point. So before we officially begin, I would like to lay a few ground rules. Number one, please let's all mute our audio so that we can avoid unnecessary background noises. And number two, if you have a burning issue that you'd like to talk about, if you have a question or a comment in between the session, please just raise your hand. We'll be able to notice you and we'll give you an opportunity. So don't just unmute yourself while the speaking are going on. You might bring some sort of confusion. So I think that's it. The other last thing is at the end of the session, I might request us to put our videos on so that you can take a photo for memory purposes. So if you need to do a bit of touch up, please go ahead. If you need to make your hair straight or put on some lipstick, please do that right now because yeah, at the very end of the session. And yeah, that's it. And right now we are officially beginning this session. I know our speaker is very, very ready. And before then, I would like to give an opportunity to one of our WARM members, Rahema. She is the project lead. I would just like her to talk about WARM, just give an overview of WARM, and then we'll continue from there. So thank you so much. Let me put my video off now. Rahema?
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm seen. My name is Amacheng Rehema, the project lead at WARM. And thank you so much for joining this webinar and sacrificing your time to be here with us. So this evening, as we focus on career branding, I would love to highlight a powerful resource that's available to us as young people, and that is the Walter Okello Mentorship Program. this is not just any other program that you see and find out there. It's a dynamic space and a vibrant community for young people, built for young, resilient leaders who are really serious and intentional about their personal growth, their leadership, their personal growth, their leadership potential, entrepreneurial spirit, and their desire to make a real social impact. And currently in the country, we have a really competitive landscape, and this webinar comes timely where we need to build a strong career brand that requires more than just skills. We require guidance, support, and access to opportunities, and that's precisely what Okelo Mentorship Program offers to the young people. We connect you with experienced mentors who can provide invaluable insights into leadership and entrepreneurship. We also open doors to job and internship opportunities, and we are committed to giving you the practical experience that you need to thrive. We also foster a network of like-minded people, creating a supportive community where young people can learn and grow together. And also we provide a skill building and career development resources to equip you with the tools that the young people need to succeed. When you're looking into refining your leadership skills and navigating the complexities of career development, the Okelo Mentorship Program is here to guide you. And in the context of career branding, this program aims to offer the ability to get real world advice, network with people who have already built their brands, and this is a chance to learn from the best. And I want to encourage every young person and all those who've joined us today that I'm sorry, I'm nervous. So Leah,
Don't
thank
worry,
you.
don't worry. You do a great job. It's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I would love to encourage every young person and each one of us to really explore this incredible opportunity at Okelo Mentorship Program, and let's all work together for the young people. Thank you so much and welcome to the webinar. Santeni.
Thank you so much, Renata. Which was really short and sweet. Yeah, so we'd like to get straight into it. And our speaker for today is a very interesting person. I know most of us know her, we've interacted with her. I know there's a joke on her being the mother of voice notes. So yeah, Leah Omil is a founder of Omil Staffing Services and Global. She is a partner at Voices of Africa, Thrive Kenya, and Liquid Barrier USA. She is also a partner and a coordinator at Forbes Woman, She Power Summit, and advisory partner at She Aids. She is also the board of directors at ALCA Kenya, Austin Morris International. She is also a coach at American Center of U.S. Embassy. And last but not least, she is the founder of She Leads Career. Wow, what a powerful person we have today. And Leah, I would like to welcome you. And I know you'll just give us, you tell us more about yourself as we continue. So, yes, this is your time. Karibu sana.
All right. Hi, Aileen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for having me. Yes, I'm the mother of voice notes. I just do voice notes because I need to practice every other day. If you don't practice, then you lose your skill or you'll not be able to articulate yourself better. So that is why I do voice notes and I give you the permission to use them anywhere. just in case my wakili comes across them, then I'm not in trouble. Thank you so much for having me, Womp. Um, I think I'll hand over to you so that you prompt me to answer questions that you have, perhaps about me or my career journey. I'm not going to do a script for you or a pamphlet or a template or something, but I'll tell you stories so that we get to where the young person is today and where the young person is heading and where they're slacking and why they're slacking and how Aileen, Rehema, Albert, Wakili, and everyone can hold their hand for them to get to where they want to be or for them to get to where we never got to be. Is that fair enough, Aileen?
Yes, fair enough.
All right.
Okay, so probably before I start, I would like to open this up to our general participants. If you feel that there is something that you need to know, I know we have a lot of students here right now, and there are a lot of questions that one would need to ask when it comes to transitioning from universities to now the professional careers, and more so, how do you get those jobs if you don't even have enough experience? How do you stand out amongst uh, so many other participants and job seekers? So I would like uh, one of us to probably open up the floor by asking questions. And remember, if you're not able to answer, or rather if you're not able to ask, you can use the chat session section. I will always be going through it. So yeah, I would like to invite one person. If you have any question, go ahead. I'm not seeing anyone. Any hands? All right, probably Leah, you
Yes.
can start by just telling us what are some, because you right now you're a career professional and you're also a branding strategist, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what are some of the burning questions that these people, young people, usually ask you? Because I know you've dealt with a lot of young people. So that what is that one question that they
Mhm.
usually come to you with?
Okay. So the young people have questions all over, and I can't really pinpoint the one specific one. However, let us take them through how to brand yourself for your career, even without years of experience. At entry level, let us refer to this person as Rahema. So Rahema recently graduated, I think, from the Kisi University or something, and they're wondering, how do I start? How do I get that job because I don't have experience? So, how to position yourself for top job opportunities even without years of experience? Usually, I say, I'll tell you a story. I graduated or I left Nyakach Girls in 2008, and then by 2009, I was working already. I'll explain why. In my home or in my home state, everybody works. Woman or man, you have to work. A good thing, or say bad thing, all the women in my, is it village or my home, in Mawego village, our women at Kawiti happened to be stronger compared to the men. We were pushed harder to perform better. So I come from a family where education was non-negotiable, and that is all you were given. You were given education, a roof over your head, and I don't think we had internet. We really didn't have internet. I'll tell you why I talk about the internet. I came to Nairobi in 2009 just to work. Sorry, to go to school, to go to the UON. However, I scored a B minus, so that did not grant me. Is it a job entry? We used to call it a job entry at that moment. So if you scored a B minus, you were close to getting into the uni through the government. But because I got a B minus, I didn't qualify for that. So I went for number one, a diploma in business management at the UN. So in the morning, I'd wake up and go to work as a promoter or brand ambassador. So here we go. Young people, don't be too picky. Do not be too choosy. Okay? I understand that you have your degree. However, if you're coming to work for me, I don't want to go through the process of training you from scratch. So that's why we need you to upskill, upgrade, volunteer more so that you have a few years of experience. At least by the time you're graduating, you should have maybe 2 years of experience having worked as a promoter here and there, volunteered at WOMP, volunteered at Omil Staffing Services, done data entry, analysis, and etc. Because we want you to develop a strong personal brand. So usually I say, don't refer to you as a job seeker. You are a brand. Come to me as a brand. Um, so if you are new in the market, straight from campus, here's what you can do. There are two photos on this webinar. You can see two photos. There's Aileen and then there's Leah with your meal. Go and take such a photo and then plant it on all your social media platforms. Number one, it helps to give you traction. The one thing that I see with young people is that they are clueless about it. So I'll talk about the lack of knowledge, and that is why I would be glad to have maybe 80 or 100 to coach every other month. They're not getting the jobs, not because the jobs are not there, they are there. They're not getting the jobs because of the lack of knowledge. Number two, create a polished resume and LinkedIn profile that highlights achievements and academic projections. Usually I hear, oh, yeah, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that. Listen, it's going to cost you something. Get into a studio, get a nice photo, start putting your photo across and then create content, okay? You're polishing yourself as a brand. You're approaching everyone as a brand. They'll take you seriously. And listen, even if you don't have the money, usually I say, even if you walk into a cafe dressed properly, even if you don't have the money, nobody will know that you don't have the money, okay? So create a polished resume, a LinkedIn profile that highlights achievements and academic projects. And then we move to leveraging your academic and extracurricular experiences. That is showcase internships. This is where people want a revamp of their CV, but they say, lakini hiyo ni intern too, or I was just a mere intern. It's okay, that's still experience. So what we do in that case is catfish you. Catfishing is convincing a lane that you are a communications manager at entry level, okay? Even though what you've done is only internship. So as a coach, I have the skills to transform you into what a lean wants or is looking for at the moment. By polishing your CV, adding what I can add for Aileen to see, and then call you for that interview. Voluntary work is really important. The youth, please volunteer. It's really important. Just show up. Tell the person, I'll show up for you 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks in a month or 2 days in a week. Okay. Then spread your time across organizations. Leadership roles are really important at entry level. And then we have relevant projects. What are some of the projects that you have involved yourself in campus? Then translate classroom learning into real world applications that demonstrate problem solving. I refer to it as life beyond campus, the things that you are not taught. So usually I say we have two types of degree: the degree you received in school, and then the degree you'll receive in life, in the job market. So you need to understand how to beat the system. Most of the time, you just beat the system. If you have 1 year of experience, we'll revamp your CV to 3 years. But the question is, can you defend your CV? I need you to be able to defend what I'm putting in your CV. What it means is we need to go through career coaching. In career coaching, we have number one, what is the pain point? And these ones you can note. What is the pain point? Or what is your why? Every time you ask yourself why, you will find a reason to do what you are supposed to do or to do what you want to do or what you aspire to do. So ask yourself, what is the pain point? Why am I here? What are some of the tools that I'm using to look for this job? Is there a way I can consult somebody to help me with finding out why my CV is not going through the recruiter? Right? Then we move to the barriers. What are some of the challenges you are experiencing as a person? Usually, I say transform your challenges into opportunities because you'll find Rahama stuck somewhere. Okay, take advantage of it if she feels stuck. Or she can't use Google Meet. It's okay. Just tell her, for me to connect this thing, I'll charge 500 bob. But for you to be able to do that, you need to acquire a digital footprint. So we are moving into the AI era or the Internet of Things era where you are required to be online. I swear I have problems with anyone who is not online. I just have problems with that person because AI, artificial intelligence, is going to outface us if we don't embrace it. It's here to stay. So embrace AI. Now we go back to why, the pain points, the barriers, the challenges. Can I get a coach or a mentor, somebody to talk to and guide me because they have been there before? Therefore, they can tell you, you know what? Your CV is crap. Sorry to use that word, but sometimes you are qualified, yes, but your CV is crap. How you're presenting yourself is not what I'd call an A game or A plus, something I'd look at and say, I'd give them a chance to be at an interview room. And then we move to transferable skills. What are some of the skills that you have as a person or you possess as a person that you can bring with you at work? You can bring them. Communication skills, capacity building skills, any other skill you can think of, hard and soft skills. All right, Aileen, can we go ahead? Can I hand over to you and then we go ahead?
Yes, sorry, I was also just taking notes.
All
So this
right.
this is very quite interesting. Now, based on what you said, I probably just something that has just crossed my mind right now. You mentioned the importance of brand visibility, and with brand visibility right now, it's all about being in the social media space, just putting yourself out there. So
Yes.
as someone who is just transitioning, probably someone is in university right now and they're now getting into the job market or they're still in university, what are
Mm-hmm.
some of probably the platforms that you can encourage them to be in? Because there are quite a number of them, and I I understand that not all platforms are probably okay. I'm not sure. You're the one to tell me this. So, what are some of the platforms that someone can be able to showcase themselves, and what is an example of um, probably a post or
Mm-hmm.
an example of an experience that someone can be able to put in out there. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just trying to open up the floor for other people to ask questions, but what's your take on that?
Okay. Um, Google is a good friend when it comes to giving you snippets, okay? So Google is going to pick all the information you're posting, and then when we search Aileen, we're going to find out what Aileen has been up to. So use any platform there is. Don't worry about it. Use any platform. Start with LinkedIn, and then LinkedIn is going to give you a snippet. Move to Facebook, open a page for yourself. Okay, so I'm branding you. Be all over. Go to X. Wewe kuwa mama kelele. Make noise, make noise. If you don't make noise, no one is going to notice you. Okay, some of us just made noise for us to be noticed. So, uh, for your career, be careful with what you post, even on X. While you see people bashing somebody, please don't participate. Okay. But all these platforms, even TikTok, I'm on TikTok as well. I'm on X. LinkedIn kicked me out because I was growing too fast. I was too fast for LinkedIn, so I tried to open another account. They still said no. Then I realized, oh, I'm a rival. But start with LinkedIn, have it properly curated into your professional title, carry the same information, take it to Facebook. Again, brand yourself using one photo so that you are consistent with the image or the persona. So that the person I see on LinkedIn is the person I see on Facebook. About the platforms, all of them will work out for you, and there's a way you can connect them so that what you post on LinkedIn goes to X, goes to Facebook, and then now you can bring it to Twitter. Sorry, you can bring it to TikTok using, say, a video. You can do your short reels for TikTok. Please be careful with what you post on social media. There are days when you look for a visa and you'll not get it because of the bullshit that you put on social media. So you need to be careful with it. So all the platforms will work out for you. Don't limit yourself to LinkedIn alone, because one day they might handpick you and block you or your account. And with the rise of the sale of accounts, um, pretty much soon, the Americans will realize that Africans cannot keep these accounts themselves, and then we'll receive a firewall. A firewall will be put on LinkedIn, so you'll have to verify beyond reasonable doubt that you don't live in Kenya or Africa for you to use LinkedIn, because now they are selling it. It's become a business to them, and that destroying a good platform that can benefit many people. So you want to spread your risks across the social media platforms. Again, please be careful with what you post online. Sometimes you don't have to participate. Sometimes just say, not me, because recruiters go through that. Yeah, they would like to know, who is this coming into the company? Is she safe to hang around or out with, or is she a liability? So if this person is a liability, depending on what they post online, then we can't hire them. So you always see people being bullied and everyone's participating. And that is how I once hired somebody who was a bully. Aileen, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much for that. We do have a question here from Tony. Tony
Mm-hmm.
is saying, I am Tony Blair, a student at Masinde Muliro University studying civil engineering.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what are the cutting edge skills I must have as a student to get competitive on the job market?
Ah, good question. Number one, this may not be a skill. Please learn to meet people at the point of grace. Okay? We extend grace for grace. Number two, excellent communication skills. Please sharpen your communication skills, because they're going to either open or close doors for you. Another one would be teamwork. Please learn to work with people. If you want to move forward so fast, work with people, okay? And learn how to pick brains. Another one would be your leadership skills. So, leaders talk, yes, but what they say um, is not gibberish, it's not everything. So, you want to develop your leadership skills. And then another one is grit. Please cultivate grit in this world. Everything is going to be tough every other day. You know, you'll wake up to challenges every day. I promise you, every day there's going to be a challenge. So when you develop grit for something, then it's going to be easy for you to handle it. So let's cover it. Number one, communication skills. leadership skills, teamwork or team building skills, capacity building, be able to work with people, and then develop grit, and then also have a teachable spirit. I think I struggle with people who don't have a teachable spirit. You may want to assist them as newbies, yes, but I'll give you an example. So somebody calls me on Sunday. She's like, I mean, is this Leah? I'm like, yeah, yes, this is she. And then she goes like, so I wanted a CV revamp. I'm like, I'm very patient, by the way. These days I'm patient with human beings, so I'm listening to her, and then I say, all right, so I'm going to instruct you, come to WhatsApp so that you receive the catalog, so that, and she tells me, I thought you're the one who should send it to me. I'm like, wait a minute, first of all, it's a Sunday, I'm not even supposed to be talking to you. Secondly, I'm the teacher, you're the student. Okay, you wanting a severe revamp from me is not doing me a favor at all. No, there's somebody else who will come with more money for that CV. So, but I don't do that. I tell her we always give instructions professionally. It's upon you to find me on WhatsApp for security reasons because you found me. So I can't look for you, you look for me. I'm a teacher, right? In as much as I'm a service provider, but I'm a teacher as well. So if you can't listen to me at the surface level, then I wonder how we're going to coach each other in class. So work on your communication skills, develop grit for work and any other thing you'll go through in life. Um, Learn different personality types. It's going to help you. How Aileen operates is not how Raham operates, or the work methodologies, they are different. So you need to understand who is who. Most importantly, please understand that people wear masks. And your best friend today at school may not be your best friend 2 years from today. They might ghost you and disappear. So people wear masks even in the office. When you get to the office, you do what took you to the office and then leave because it takes time for the masks to fall off. I hope I answered your question.
All right. Thank you, Leah. We throw this question to Tony. Tony, hope that we've been able to answer your question. So, Leah, we also have another question here from Anthony Ogambo. Anthony is saying that I recently graduated with honors in the agricultural field, but I see myself more inclined to the finance sector. How can I position myself for the transition? Mm.
All right. So we refer to such a person as a career changer. Some of us went to school to pursue these courses only because maybe our parents wanted us to pursue them, or maybe because that was the only option at that moment. And then when you get out, you realize, oops, this is not even me, this is not even what I want. So we refer to you as a career changer. Um, every changer must be branded. Other than that, you need to be sure that you really want to change careers, especially if you don't have a course outline for this one. However, I would not want you to dump your degree before you use it or before you make good use of it. Please start working with the degree that you have because money has been spent there, right? You went and studied the entire course outline. So I'd never encourage you to just dump it and then jump into finance. No. You can take, I think, a mini finance course for the interest of you wanting to start all over again. However, I don't encourage you to dump the degree coursework. I need you to practice for 2 to 3 years first before you dump it. However painful it sounds or however painful it looks like, because again, branding you for a different career is going to be work. You have to invest in the career, So get another course outline, which will be like, say, 2 to 3 years, perhaps. So the question is, why don't you just make good use of the first degree before you delve into finance? While I understand, I'm also concerned about time. I'm also concerned about your finances as a person. I also would like to know, why do you want to change careers right after graduation? Why don't you make good use of the degree first before you jump into finance? So as you go to work, say as a crop rotation manager, as an agronomist, as anything in the agricultural sector, maybe you can take up a project management course so that you can manage projects in the agricultural sector. And then now you can take something in finance. No problem with being multi-skilled, but also um, don't be all over. Don't be all over. Find your why. When you find your why, you'll understand why you want to move from agriculture to finance. Because I don't want you to finish finance and then say, I think that I want to be a lawyer. So you need to tell me why. Then from there, we can walk towards career changing. But don't change careers before you make good use of your degree. There are skills you can garner from working as somebody in the agricultural sector. Did I answer the question, Aileen?
Um, I believe you have answered the question. Now, actually, if the question has been well answered, just type yes on the comment section. And I see a very interesting comment here from Helen Matakwa. Helen
Mhm.
is saying
Mhm.
that
Okay, can I just jump in and explain what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, please.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
saying this. I went to school to study law. That's what my parents had money to take me to school to do. What I wanted to do is host events. Yep. And what I also want, other things I wanted to do is I am very passionate about business. So I found where law, events, and business intersect. Law and events intersect where government institutions like hosting events. So I went to work at a government institution. That is number one. So I hosted a lot of events. And number two is law and business. There's commercial law. So I went to practice commercial law, and then I stepped out while I was working at the government institution. I learned to build an institution, a financial institution, an investment institution for the government from scratch. So from there, that is business development. That's how I went into business development. So find in an intersection between agriculture and finance. There is very many. At the top of my head, maybe I might not term them as courses or as things in the Kenyan market, but agribusiness is one of them. Then agri financing at some point, because maybe there are some farmers who want to, large scale farmers who are looking for investments and that kind of advice and things like that. So work in the agricultural sectors, earn your strides, earn your stars, yeah? Then from there, figure out how you can be able to do something in Banta. It used to be called VUTS, where you just do a parallel line and go into something else. Then after some time, you can be able to abandon the agriculture and just go purely into finance. So yeah, so what we are taught in school is the general stuff. Yeah, you're taught law generally, you're taught HR generally, but you can be able to, at some point, specialize and go into something specific that you can be able to do, like agribusiness, for example, project management, and something else. So that from there, you move from the onset of hard work into skills. Yeah, maybe this is another webinar for another day. How you can be able to create wealth. It starts with hard work. The first 3 years of your employment, purely exchanging your time for money. Then from there, you exchange your skills for money, not your time. Then from there, you exchange wealth, money for money, whereby you can use your money to create more money. So yeah, I'm a lawyer. I can speak up to tomorrow. Let me end it there. Back to
Aileen?
you, Aileen.
Aileen?
Thank you, Helen. That was very well put. I hope we personally, I'm also learning. I hope the rest of us are also able to get we're getting value out of this. So, Leah, I would like you to just give me a heads up when you feel you need a break from the questions. But apart from that, these questions
Mm-hmm.
I can see that they are incoming, and we also have one from Felix. Felix is saying that I graduated from Karatina University with a bachelor's degree in tourism management. How do I package myself professionally to meet the market demand?
Okay, let me take Felix's question. Um, we always begin with our whys again. So I'll refer you to a book by, I think, Simon Sinek. It's written, "What is your why?" Just note it down. What is your why? When I was a writer, I think for 5 years, I didn't know why I was writing. I just kept on writing. We'd write about Barack Obama, I think 10 times in a day. So you'd write about Barack Obama from different angles. But the only question I never asked was, why are we writing these articles? We wrote articles because Barack Obama could not write his own articles. So he'd rather pay an agency, and then the agency pays Leah and the team, and then we do it for him. So I'll go back to career branding and packaging again. Number one, please start volunteering. A job is not coming to you or your way if you are seated. Number two, I've gone through the CVs. I picked five, I think. And sorry to say, they were crap. If you've been sending that CV to anyone, I promise you, they're not looking at it. You're competing with somebody who has a premium CV. Number three, go to LinkedIn, get a nice photo, put it there, and then optimize your LinkedIn profile into hospitality or any career that you are pursuing at this moment. Again, do the same across social media. So we're repeating phase one of career branding. Another one, learn to knock on these doors. Please don't sit. After the revamp, carry your CV, go print it, and then walk into top line marketing, talk to the hiring manager or the receptionist, and just tell the hiring manager, I work in the hospitality sector. If there are rules, any rules that you have at this moment, I'm willing to take them up. Okay. Another one would be, please attend networking events. Again, we have many in a year. The only thing I keep on hearing is, I'm sorry, something happened, something came up, I'm not able to come. And then you'll not be able to exchange business cards with anyone. You'll not be able to take phone numbers from anyone. So you are stuck. You are stuck, but somebody else sacrificed to come to the event and pick a number. And then they'll be chasing after that person next week. Next week, yote ni mbio kwa huyo mtu. I need help, I need help, I need help. And they don't give up. And they say, I'm willing to volunteer for 1 week. So again, branding, let's go back to the two photos on the profile. Start there. If you don't start there, we're not branding you. We're not moving forward. We're not doing anything. Even in the teams, I always say, put up your profile photo. It increases, number one, credibility. Work on your CV. There's no way you're competing with somebody who has a premium CV. No way. With a black and white that's been done in a cyber? Absolutely not. I promise you. Recruiters are tired. They only have about 6 seconds to decide whether or not we are going with a lean or a hammer. So they're choosing the best or picking the best. So make sure that you are the best in the room. It's going to hurt, it's going to be painful, but you have to be the best in the room. Okay. Another one, work on your cover letter. Please don't dump CVs without cover letters. It's a mistake. Don't assume things. Another one is optimize your social media profile. Please optimize it. It will work out for you because when you optimize it, that's when somebody in the US is going to spot you and write to you and say, "Hi, I have seen your profile. I'm looking for somebody who is working in the hospitality sector." Again, don't forget, I can totally catfish you. Okay? I don't give CVs with gaps. I really don't. I fill your CV with experience and tell you now the problem is, Matata, can you defend what I've given you? Because you are expected to know what's happening within your sector in the hospitality industry. You are expected to understand your course outline and then understand what, say, Villarosa Kempinski would be doing and etc. So understand your course outline and then understand interview preparation, career coaching. What are some of the questions you'll be asked as at the interview, either at entry level or intermediary or executive level? But since you're still at entry level, some of the questions could be: tell us about yourself. How did you hear about us? What's your salary expectation? That's very normal. Mm, how soon are you willing to join us? Those are very common. So master the TAN interview preparation questions. Again, let's go back to career branding. I promise you, you're not moving anywhere if you don't brand yourself. We dump those CVs. I literally put an X and put the CV on my left and say, not serious. Did I answer the question?
If you really have, the next part that you say, one has to be really nice. So when you're a job seeker, it's like you don't have time to be lazy, you just have to be vigilant and so. And also like the fact that you mentioned something to do with attending events, and that actually links me up to the next question that someone has asked here, Rehema, has asked, as a job seeker, how else can I network with potential employers and get them to notice me? Attending physical events might not be possible due to funds issue because you need to pay for tickets. And very good. And going through the chat session, I can also see a comment from Helen who has indicated that on networking events, there's free events by the government. Facebook advertises new events. Once you like or register for one, the algorithm will keep sending you new events. I love that comment. So maybe Leah, you can just give a short or rather more comments regarding that.
Aileen, I lost you for a bit. Just come again. I'm in the chat box as well. Just come again.
Okay, okay. You mentioned something to do with someone
Networking.
networking at this event. And a question on networking at this event, someone is saying, how can they be able to, well,
To raise the money.
yes,
Okay. Sorry.
okay, not,
We
sorry, not really raising the money. How can they be able to get an employer to notice them when attending physical events? They're saying attending physical events might not be possible due to fund issues. So how can they be able to attend, or how can they be able to get employers to notice them? Sorry?
okay. Let me repeat the question because you're a bit low on my end.
Okay.
They want to attend a networking event, but they can't make it physically. Is that the question?
Uh, yes, they would love to attend the event, but they
Mm-hmm.
might not able to because of funds issue.
Uh-huh.
So they are asking how can they be able to get employers to notice them?
How badly? How badly is it? I will sound privileged at this moment, but I'm not. Some of us we started working at the age of 19. A ticket might be 1,500 bob. I still don't know why you can't attend. You can talk to the networking event organizer and say, you know what, I would like to come. I see the ticket is 3,000 bob. I have 1,500 bob. Negotiate. These people will drop the ticket prices from 6,000 to 3,500 bob last minute. Be persistent. I promise you, they will take 1,500 bob. And you guys have money for doing that. Yeah, it's priority. I promise you, it's priority. You guys have money for dunda, for wigs, for lipstick, for all these things. But if we put a networking event in January and say it will be held in April, tell me how you cannot save 500 bob in January, 500 bob in February, 500 bob in March, and 500 bob in April, so that you're the last person to register for that event when the ticket prices are at 1,500 bob. Because I know hapo mwisho, I swear, we take anything. Even 1,000 bob, we take it. So we look at your willingness to attend the event, because we also have sponsors. So I'll go to the sponsor and say, listen, I have 10 students from Kisii University. They want to come. They have the transport, yes. But what's limiting them is the entire fee, the full fee. So the person will say, mm, all right, for every ticket that they purchase at 1,500 bob, I'll give you 1,500 bob, right? Yes. And then there are free. There are free events as well. There are ones that are free completely. I attend a lot of US events for the students. I go there to pick notes for those who do not want to go there physically in Nairobi. Yeah? They are free completely. So attend the free ones as well. They are there.
All right. Thank you so much, Leah. I'll also encourage us to go through the chat session. And if you're also an expert in any of the things here, please give your comments or reviews at the chat. Very easy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in the chat box. I'm in the chat box. Yes, Dunda money is there. There's money for wigs. There's money for clothes. Where? That's an excuse. No, strike it
There's,
out.
there's, there's money.
on
That's an
on
excuse.
events I can say, other than volunteering and saying I have 500 shillings or that, you can volunteer to be an usher. I held the She Power Summit. So many people were like, Helen, can I be an usher? Helen, can I
Mm-hmm.
do this? Helen, can I do
Uh-huh.
that? I dropped the
Uh-huh.
ticket prices from 10K to 6,500 to 3,500 bob. There's a student who
Very
came to me
fast.
at 2,000 shillings. I said,
Very
you
fast.
come very fast. So
Yeah,
everybody is out here to make money. I usually say do not put money as a limitation, because
it's
some
not
of us, we are where we are. We started businesses with a headache, two panadols, and prayer. When people
zero. We didn't
they
have
think it's
anything.
a joke, actually, but it is not. It you just because God gives you a vision that I want you to be a businesswoman. Yeah, but He does not give
Mm-hmm.
you the money. He says, if you fulfill the vision, the money will come. So
Oh,
I just
it's
stood
coming.
up,
It's
and it
coming.
is coming. Yeah, yeah. I've been
Yeah,
a
yeah.
businesswoman for this is the 8th month, and it is coming. Hakuna siku yenye I quit my job, and it is coming.
Yeah.
Hakuna siku yenye I've said that, niko vibaya. Kama niko vibaya kidogo, I call my bestie like, hey boss, ile pesa ya huu penye ulilipo ukiongea, si ulete huku
Uh-huh.
tukule.
Very nice, very nice. And
So so
I'm here to.
basically that, and then find a community of people who are on the same level or are going through the same things as you, so it's easier for them to understand, or people who have been through. Because for me to have someone who is starting a business maybe 3-4 years from now, I'll be able to understand that there are periods of time where you will not be able to have money,
Mm,
and so I am more willing to mentor, to help. And most of the times, most of you keep calling me, even Leah, that, oh, I want to
mm.
speak to Madam Omil. I have not eaten for 7 days and so many things. I mean, money is very valuable, but money is not what a person can be able to give you. Most people prefer to teach you how to fish. but they will never get you the fish. Yeah. I was
Totally.
privileged to be mentored by the late Bob Colimo. How I got myself there, I wrote to the school. I said, we want to have a mentorship program in school. We are looking to be mentored by him, his best friends, Oigara, the etc, etc, etc. It happened. And that's how I met him. He used to be like, Helen, what do you want? What did he? I was just like, we want to host events. We want to host tea, dinner, something. He's like, okay, I'll be at Parliament. I've been called to defend myself. Come to Parliament exactly 12:01. On the way from Parliament to my office, I want you to tell me, what is it? Why should I get involved? What's in it for me, and things like that. When you ask someone for help, you have to answer those questions. What are they aiming to benefit? Yes, I give you 7,000 shillings to pay for your school fees. What will I benefit from it? Yeah, I
Yes.
don't want recognition or say, oh, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, thank you, Evo. But you have to ask someone something that they will be benefit. They always say, do not take away a child's ability to accomplish a task. Because when you accomplish something, you feel like you've gained like a star. So most of us will not give you money unless you work for it. Yeah. All of us will
Agree.
not give you
Thank
money
you.
unless you work for it. But we will
Yes.
be able to tell you that in the job market, this is how you will survive. At school, this is how you survive. Some of you study skills. Nope. Most of us in Kenya, we do not read nada, including myself. If I see a post on Facebook past 2 paragraphs, and I keep in my own social media pages, my social media manager writes, and I read and approve posts past 1 paragraph, knowing very well nobody will be able to read, but I keep on keeping on. Why? Because I have a target audience, and that target audience will read, and that's the person that I am looking for. So number one, you're not for everyone. Number two, seek value beyond money. Because you give me 7,000 shillings here today. I take an Uber to my friend's house. By the time I get there, the money is over. It's over. So seek value that stays. Yeah, that even if COVID hits, that value is intrinsic. It will never. You will die with it, basically. You can be able to die with it. So like she said, there's dunda money. There's money for pizza, but there's no
Mm-hmm.
money to attend events. Then
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, for me, I used to go to the free events. Started out with public participation. How many of you go to public participation? Because there you'll meet all types of people. You are a lawyer, you need to represent people. Yeah, that's where you can go and practice and say, me, I don't think this law is correct because there's another law that says this and that. Yeah, tomorrow you find yourself like the government institution that I worked for. I entered as a volunteer, and entering as a volunteer with 3-4 years of experience, your zero salary. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're being no transport allowance, no nothing. But I built my way up. Yeah. And then in government, it's so hard to build your way up. But there's definitely somebody somewhere that God has put in that organization that will be like, this my child. They have to build up. And then invest in things that will last a lifetime. Like I've said, pizza, you eat unashiba, una enjoy. But wouldn't you like to be at a point where pizza is not a big deal anymore? Not a big deal because you can be able to buy 7, 10, 5 any day, anytime when hormones kick in for the ladies. Yeah. So yeah, let me not blabber a lot. Wacha nirudishie a career strategist nafasi yake as well.
Oh, oh, I was
Yeah,
about to
unless
shock
maybe
you.
there's yes.
No, I was about
Shock
to
me.
shock you. Let me just shock you. You've done 8 months. I'm waiting for you to like get past 2.5 years, eh?
Yeah.
Is it 2.5 years? Yeah. And then you save. Right now, you're still not safe, but I like you.
No, businesses take 3 years to be able to smama. That one I got myself into something, knowing
My
that
goodness.
this is what I have accepted. It's like my dad says, Uki or a kilema. You just have to accept that this, my person, this is how it will be. So accept life the way it is. You know, some of us, we thought that nikishapata tu degree maisha nywe wapi wapi. So for networking, I hear a lot of excuses that I'm an introvert. Some of you wouldn't believe that I am an introvert. You can ask Claire. I like my space. I like my house. I just want to be left alone 100% of the time. But the pursuit of money made some of us to start being talkative. The pursuit of money made some of us to start posting stuff on social media. The pursuit of money, we want to be recognized so that we can get that money. Yeah. So another thing is, if you do not, another way to be recognized by your employer, if you don't want to go and network, post content about law, post content about agriculture, or whatever it is that you're learning. As early as now, new studies, analyze those studies and stuff like that. Somebody somewhere will recognize you, because God also rewards hard work. Yeah, He loves all of us, but He rewards you according to the size of your faith. If your faith is of mustard seed, you'll still be rewarded. That's the faithfulness of God. You'll still be rewarded, but according to your faith. So the bigger the faith, the bigger the reward. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So put yourself out there if you want to be recognized, because right now the top managerials are these 50-year-olds, the, I don't know, baby boomers or whatever. These people are all about themselves and themselves. They'd rather hire an oldie like them who understands them and goes by them than a Gen Z or a millennial like me. So bridge the gap. Become a force to reckon with. Like Millie says, become a bad girl. If they cannot give you that office, take that office by force. Yeah. So last thing I can say on networking, be intentional. Some of you, you go, you come, you meet me. You ask me for a business card. I don't have one because I'm a sustainability specialist. That means I love the environment. I can never distribute cards that will be thrown away and injure the environment. So I'll tell you, go to that young man over there. His name is Ronald. That's my assistant. He'll give you my contact, my email address. You follow up. So the way some of you write emails, you know, you need to learn. Those are some of the skills you can say that somebody was asking. I'm in the administrative field. How can I be able to grow in this field? Learn how to write killer emails, whereby if you send an email on behalf of an executive, they get their ask immediately, so that they know you are a deliverer. You deliver on the job. Another last thing on networking: once you get that business card, what do you do with it? Sit. For me, it's, hi, my name is Helena Atieno or Wakili Atieno. We met at so and so at this time. I liked your perspective on whatever we were discussing. I named that. Perhaps we can be able to continue the discussion over coffee. Now I have money for coffee, I can be able to take them. But even then, when I didn't, I just kept on mentioning, because definitely no person can allow a student to be able to pay for coffee unless you're just the president himself. Let me not say Ruto, unless Kawen Kasongo. Yeah, you're not mean like that. So follow up and be intentional about the networking. The second layer of networking is, when if you met somebody in Nairobi, they come from Nakuru, for example. One day you found yourself in Nakuru, hit them up. Say, hey, I am in your city. I am in your county. Can we drink soup or something? Kuna mrusik mahali. Yeah. So that way you build relationships, because you can never grow in anything, career, relationship, if you do it alone. You need a mentor, you need a coach. Even in marriage, find somebody who's been married longer than you have been. Ask them, by the hivi vile tuna keleleshana, is it normal? Me, I'm told it's normal. Me, I don't think it is. And then also find a mentor. You cannot grow, even if you're doing business, you cannot grow on your own. Find organizations. The reason why I joined the WOMP group is because I'm doing something in mentorship. So I wanted to see, what does WOMP do That's so that I can be able to learn. I went to Dr. Regina Kingori. She has a skill up mentorship program. I went, I saw, I said, okay, this is how it's done in the market. Compared it to what I wanted to do so that I don't feel like I am crazy. And then also I went around different global mentorship programs as well. So look at another way to build skills. If you're an accountant, go to ChatGPT, ask them who's the best accountant on Wall Street and why are they the best. ChatGPT will tell you udaku yote. Take all those skills, learn them. That's how. Yeah, that's how I compare myself to the greatest African businessman ever could be. Either the late Bob Kwalimo, but because he's died now, Vusi was my next best thing. So everything he says, he does. I can even quote some of the things that he says. Yeah. My favorite one is leave the crime scene. If you started something, it's not working, don't keep on staying there. Now, why is it not working? I've already put so much money in this business, it has collapsed. That's a crime scene. Leave it. Why are you still staying there? That's a graveyard. You can't stay there unless you're dead. Yeah. So you move on. You move on to other things. So yeah, I've taken over your webinar. Back to Leah and Aileen.
All
Thank
right,
you.
back to Aileen. Hi, Aileen. Are you
Hi.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, she
Thanks.
can talk forever. Next time, don't give her the mic. She can talk forever. Joking.
Thanks a lot, Helen, for that very elaborate, what will I say, the skills and the strategies that you've been able to share. So now we have very less than 20 minutes for us to wrap this up. So maybe we can just take one more question from the chat, and then the rest of the questions we can be able to answer them during our interactions on the WhatsApp platform, or we can be able to plan around a second webinar and just tackle all these issues that we have. And now also I would like to ask Albert Migoa to just be on standby because I also have a question for you when it comes to digital wellness. So just please be on standby. And now let me just ask this question. Final question. I'll direct it to Leah. It's very interesting. It's coming from Humphrey. Humphrey Osano is a graduate in Bachelor's in Geospatial Information Science. And
Mm-hmm.
his question is, what are some of the professional certifications and essential skills beyond core academic knowledge that employers look for, or rather that increase employability? I know when it comes to the skills, you've already mentioned a few of them. So maybe you can tackle on the professional certification.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to relate it to his course outline. I think it's GIS, is it? I think it's GIS. Um, wow, that's a tough one. I'll talk about maybe project management, organizing and managing GIS projects effectively. That would be important for any career. I think collaboration and teamwork, working with engineers, I think urban planners, and environmental scientists. And these ones you can take from Allison, Udemy, Coursera, the People University. Adaptability and continuous learning. Stay updated within your space or career in the GIS trends and software. Those ones you can Google. I'm just giving you snippets because that's not my area of expertise, but I'm speaking in general. Also, problem solving and critical thinking skills certifications to enhance your ability to analyze, I think, just spatial data for decision making. Also, try to infuse AI into whatever it is you are pursuing at this moment or what you're going for. Just look at AI and anything that you can grasp from there and bring it to GIS. I think so. So, also gain practical experience through internships, research projects and freelancing. But most importantly, could you study maybe programming and automation, database management, remote sensing, and image processing? Those are some of the certifications that you can take up, and you can go to LinkedIn and prompt it using the right keywords for you to get what's relevant to your field. I hope I answered the question. That was tough. Did I answer it?
Uh, I believe you have. Maybe they can just comment in the chat session and say a yes or a no. We see how we can be able to review that. Now, Leah, I have one more. I think this is
Mhm.
very interesting, and a lot of introverts probably struggle with this. And Daisy Weyombo, a fourth year student taking a bachelor's degree in human resource management at
Mhm.
Masai Mara University, is
Mhm.
asking,
Mm.
how does one build confidence, especially as they go out there?
Mhm. All right. So, Sarah, the reason as to why we do career coaching, Eileen, is because now I'd be able to talk to her one on one, yeah, and tell her the things that I can't tell everyone at this session. Um, Number one, I'd like to understand what the pain points are, why you're not confident or why you're feeling like you're not confident. Mnajua kujichocha? Mi hujichocha daily, every day. My friend jichoche, because the world is only accepting the best. Number one, I think read books related to confidence building. Number two, watch a lot of movies related to confidence building. But I'd like to know in which area are you not confident? And also, why are you not confident in that area? Is it your presentation? Is it the way you express yourself? Is it how you walk? Is it how you answer questions? I'd like to know what you see in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? What are you looking at? How do you define yourself? Right? Your personality type. That's where we take personality tests to analyze is this person an introvert, extrovert, etc. By then, I'm super introverted, but because of my career and what I'm expected to do every day, I had to get myself out of the cocoon. So, why we do private coaching is she might be able to tell me why she's not confident and in which areas is she not confident and how we can help her with boosting confidence instead of giving a general outlook of me, kwanza I take Valium in the morning, I can start from there. Number one, I take Valium in the morning because if I don't, I'll not be able to handle the womb. I want to square people, everyone a red card today. Yeah, yes. So I start with Valium and then go to coffee and then go to chia seeds, and then my confidence is boosted, right? And there are days when I can't show up. I'll tell Rahama, you know what? I'll break your heart. Today, I'm not showing up. I'm not in that space today. So I think that one will move into mental health. I'd just like to know, why are you not confident? Inaitwa kujichacha, kujichocha. Kujichocha is saying, I know very well I'm supposed to pay a bill on the 15th, but I do not have money. I do not have money. Yeah? Yes, but I'm confident. I will get the money. Money will come. But in all honesty, the reason as to why I would like to meet her at a virtual session is for her to tell me what the issue is, because I'm giving you blanket comments, right? Yes. How do you build confidence in what? Is it in career, in school, at home, or while answering interviews? In the interview room, I'll tell you, wewe assume wewe ni partner kwa your interview room. You're a partner, okay? Yes, very nice. Assume you're a partner in that room. You're not a job seeker. So answer those questions like a partner. Okay? Yes. Breathe in, breathe out. Practice every other day. Look in the mirror and say, my name is Leah Omil. I'm a human resource manager, career strategist, interview coach, and I'm here for the interview of our CEO with KCB. Hi. Those people are hiring me by force. Okay? So at an interview room, I can build you up. I can tell you, ignore those people. They are just like you. Actually, they don't even know half of what you know. Hawajui ndio juu wanakuita hapo. So that's my rule. I I pump knowledge into you and tell you, if you go there and say something like, well, I think that Kenyans are not ready to have this conversation. If you go with that attitude, you're failing, my friend. You are failing, okay? Yes. So treat them like partners, but also don't talk or tower over them. No, they're still your bosses. And if you find ladies in that room, already they don't like you. So if you're a lady and you come out as a strong person or a personality, they don't like you already. They think that you are a threat to them. Sasa kila siku ni kujichocha. Watu wakisema na ule anakuanga I'm arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm saying 7 is 7. Be there at 7. Okay? Na ule anatoa watu kwa group. I said put a profile photo up. That's what I said. What is not clear in that discussion? Put a profile photo up. You are a ghost. I don't understand you. Why don't you just put a profile photo up? Okay? Jaribu sana usisikizane na Mkenya. When a Kenyan is on the left, be on the right. Because in our syllabus, we were not taught anything about life beyond campus. Sasa wewe jichoche. Get into the system of the Americans, the Germans, and etc., where you operate like a robot. This is wrong, this is right, okay? Oh, Shifia is going for interviews. Come here, pump knowledge in you. Don't be afraid. You're being interviewed because they need you to be there for that role. You're actually going to pour your knowledge into the organization. They don't know what you know, okay? They do not know what you know. Number 1, dress up properly for that interview. Number 2, show up in good time. Number 3, please, before you even go for that interview, please talk to yourself every other day for 5 days prior to the interview, okay? Watafikiria when you radio, you've mastered the entire interview. Understand the products of the company in and out. Understand your value proposition. What value am I bringing to the table? Most importantly, know how to introduce yourself. If you fail on that one, if you can't say my name is Leah Omil, it's over for you. So practice. Tonal variation, breathe in, breathe out, okay? They're just normal people. As they interview you, you also interview them. It's not difficult. I promise you, it's not difficult. I was nervous when I was coming for this webinar, but sinawa muki. So as they interview you, interview them, but practice prior to the interview. Get somebody to do a mock interview with, so they'll ask you questions as you answer. They'll answer the questions for you as you take notes, and the keywords or the buzzwords. I hope I answered your question. Again, go for private coaching. It will be super helpful to you.
All right. Daisy, I hope that question has been well answered, and I would urge you to see Leah Kando and when you may attend so that you can be able to have a deeper understanding when it comes to this. And I see we are 7 minutes at the top of our hour. So I would like to request you can just have like an additional 10 minutes. I know I'm probably going to inconvenience you in some way, but please, if they get in at 10 more minutes so that I can be able to give Albert an opportunity to also answer a very critical question that I have on behalf of all of you. And before then, I would like to remind us that remember when we started, I requested us for our videos at the end of the session. So please start preparing. Your time iko karibu kufika. So Albert Mikoa, you are a digital wellness. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Albert? All right, great. So you are a digital wellness, and I'd just like to ask, what are some of the repercussions when it comes to young people maybe spending time on their phones, because some of us are addicted to our phones, and at the same time we are being told that we need to make use of these digital tools. So what are some of the repercussions when it comes to how we use our phones, and how can we be able to effectively make use of our phones? I hope that's clear.
Very much for your question, Elaine. That's a very big question, very loaded. So I'll try to answer you as best as I can. So I'll just touch on just a few key effects for the benefit of the participants. Definitely one key thing is the element of it'll affect your mental and emotional health. And here, when you excessively use your phone, one thing it will do, it will affect your sleep. So sleep distractions will occur. How? Through exposure to what you call blue light. And blue light exposure and scrolling can lead to insomnia and poor sleep quality. Another key thing under emotional and mental health is it can lead to low self-esteem. And this is very common, especially among the Gen Z and young people at large, and I dare say some adults as well, where you've got constant comparisons on social media. Okay, maybe in terms of what you're doing, how you look, where you are, who you're dating, etc. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy. Okay. The next key thing would be it can lead to physical health issues. So for one, it can lead to eye strains and headaches. Why? Because of prolonged screen time use. Another thing, because of poor posture, based on how we are, what do you call it, looking down at our screen, especially for long hours, it leads to neck and back pain. Okay. It can also, another thing that can also emerge is obesity and poor fitness. And this can be due to reduced physical activity and excessive usage of screen timer. Another thing would be social and relationship problems. Okay. And here we have a very common thing. We'll have reduced face-to-face interactions where your social skills and how you relate with people will be reduced. You neglect your responsibilities that are meted upon you. And there's a very interesting concept called fabbing or phone snubbing, where you ignore people in favor of your phone, and this can really damage relationships. Another thing I'd like to talk about, it can also lead to decreased productivity and focus. Here we can look at time wastage and procrastination, where uncontrolled usage of your phone can cause delays in important tasks. It can lead to lower academic and work performance. And this can happen through distractions from social media and maybe gaming, and this will lead to poor results. And then also something else would be reduced attention span, where you're bombarded with constant notifications and multitasking, which will lead to lower concentration levels. What was the second part of your question?
The second part was how can we be able to effectively make use of our time on
Mhm.
phone or the digital platform.
I think for me, the thing would be using your phone strategically or when necessary. Try avoid using it beyond your sleep time. Try to get time out from your phone so you can engage in other tasks, whether it's at work or you relate with people. And I say, and finally, I'll say try purpose to have what I call a digital diet, whereby now remember the idea of digital wellness is to ensure your well-being both offline and online as you navigate technology. So in line with this, remember, even as you do that, not forget your emotional well-being, psychological well-being, social well-being, what do you call it, even your environmental well-being, and I dare say your financial well-being. So remember, as you engage with technology, do not forget the other aspects of your life that make you a human being. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Albert. That was very, very powerful, and I'll take that personally. I'll take it as a challenge to take care of myself, both emotionally, financially, digitally, all those. So thank you so much for that. So as we are about to close, I don't know if Leah, you have any final remarks or comments
Oh,
that you just like to throw.
oh.
Yes.
Um, oh, guys, thank you so much for attending this. That was a good number. I hope that you have learned something from it. This is a challenge to you. Please don't go MIA, don't go quiet. I have brought Albert in, I have brought other people in as well. So please pick their brains. Create a community where you share knowledge every day, so that the youth they don't feel stuck here, so we can offer them something every other day or every other week. That's okay with you?
Yes, very much okay.
All
Thank
right.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, thank you. So as we continue, uh, I'd just like to say we have not forgotten those the other questions that were asked that have not yet been answered. So we'd like to continue this conversation on our WhatsApp platform. There's a link that has been shared on the chat section. So please get into the WhatsApp. Leah is also part of the WhatsApp group, so we can be able to comfortably continue with this conversation.
Hey,
Yes, we
Lynn.
have to mention that you're the expert here, so lazima tuseme hiyo.
Hey,
Yes,
Lynn. Hey, Lynn
yeah, and
Wakili has said, yeah, and your
mhm.
other people, what?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Helen is also part of the WhatsApp group, so she can also be able to share. I'm just trying to redeem myself here. Mhm. All right. Anyway, guys, please let's put our videos on. This is the time
Oopsie.
when we
Eileen,
see
Oopsie.
those. Yes.
Eileen, just a minute. The patron is on. Kindly
Oh,
bring him
Oh,
forward.
okay. Oh, and I'm seeing
oh,
people are leaving.
oh, oh
Watu
no.
wanatoroka. All right.
Hata watu hawajaona nani. Oh my goodness.
Walter, karibu sana. The platform
Thank
is
you,
yours now.
thank you, Eileen. Sorry, I missed some small part of the engagement, but my comment will be very brief, just to very heartedly thank Leah for that very professional and very engaging presentation. Indeed, reading through the comments and listening to the feedback, there's no doubt that this was a relevant and timely topic and engagement. As WOMP, again, we take the challenge positively to carry this forward so that there's impact beyond just the conversation. So thank you very much for everyone who has made this a success. Leah, Helen, Albert, and Aline, yourself, and Rehema and the entire team. We need to build on this and, follow up and have a few success cases. I think there are some very specific questions, people who have specific areas of interest. The GIS guy, somebody who's done administrative training and all. I think if we can pick a few, 10 or so, to follow through to help so that we can have quantifiable impact going forward. Asanteni sana. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you so much. I also see Eric is on call. Eric, would you like to say hi? Eric is our CEO.
Oh, he has to say hi. He knows.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Once the platform has talked, you don't say a lot, but this was very informative. I was also following it on the background and looking forward to the next. After every 2 weeks, we're going to have such conversations. Yeah, so see you in the next one. I think 26th of this month.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric. Now, please, people, let's put our videos on. Do not be shy. You're beautiful the way you are and handsome. Beautiful and handsome the way you are. Come on. I can see your
No.
People are leaving. Don't leave. Just put your I'm seeing very pretty faces here. Pretty smiles. Come on, guys. There you go. I want to give us like 5 seconds for everyone. Yeah. Guys, if you know this is link somewhere, come on, there's this
Uh-huh.
Madam Speaker.
Let's continue. Thank you so much for everyone who on. And we are done.
Yay!
Done.
Yay! Good job. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Thank you so
Good
much.
job.
And with that, I would like to officially end this meeting. Thank you so much. If we call upon you the next time, please be okay because you can see the kind of discussion that we are having. Very, very impactful. So thank you guys so much and have a very, very wonderful evening. Good night.
Bye, Aileen. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.